and we are live from downtown Denver. We're out and about to see what Denver looks like during the last week of Christmas. So without further ado, let's flip the camera around and see what we see. So right now we are at Union Station, and as a heads up, I'm trying out my brand new gimbal. Huge thank you to one of our anonymous sponsors for the gimbal. And we're just definitely testing it out, since we do have a pretty big surprise coming up within the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. So right now we are at Union Station of Denver, Colorado, and let's take a peek inside. Why not? Hey Maria, it's good to see you. Alright, let's see what we can see. We may not have the best signal, but I'm pretty curious. And let's see. Oh, look at Santa Claus. One moment, everybody, let me clean off the camera. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. One moment, let me redo it. Thank you, everybody. Gotta clean the camera off for the best picture possible. So right here is this line for Santa Claus, if you're curious. Here is the Christmas tree. Hello, Shannon. Hello, local. Good to see you. I absolutely love this giant Christmas tree. So let's see if we can get it close up. All right, so here it is. Here's the Union Station Christmas tree. How are you doing, Rococo? I think that this Christmas tree is at least 60 feet tall. And right here is the terminal bar if you're doing some bubbly mimosas. So let's go back on out and keep on exploring. Right here is one of my favorite ice cream shops. I do like getting the chocolate caramel, but unfortunately, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, but unfortunately, the line is pretty long today, so we're going to hold off. Is there anything that you hope to see today, or do you all have a favorite Christmas tradition? Hey. Hi. Oh, so right here we do have the electric Dream Boutique. And I do think that the Electric Dream is a monthly pop-up. I'm not quite sure. Hello, Whisperjet America. It's good to see you. Alright, so let's see what the Electric Dream Boutique is all about. Alright, here we go. Let's play some leapfrog. Thanks, Maria. This is what downtown Denver looks like during the holidays. So here's what they sell at the Electric Dream. And yep, here's what the sign says. And this is how you can follow them on social media. What an absolutely adorable boutique. So let's cross back on over and see what we can see down 18th and Wazee. I do know that at nighttime that all these trees do light up, and if we're lucky, we might be able to see the entire area all lit up if we're here for long enough, since sunset is at 5 p.m. And right here is Hop Daddy, one of my favorite hamburger places. I'm not sure why, but I do like the Swiss cheese beef burger at medium rare. Let's see if they have any holiday decorations inside real quick. And right here, before I forget, this is where you can take the trains out and about. And this train and this station right here actually does connect you to the California Zip line, which can take you all the way down to California and even to Disneyland. And you can also go directly from Chicago all the way from here. Looks like there's not any Christmas decorations out here, so let's keep on moving. For a brief moment, I thought that I saw a Christmas tree. And if you keep walking forward, we will actually get to see the Rocky Stadium, which we will circle back to in a few moments. But first, let's see what's going on 18th Avenue. All right, here we go. Whoop. I'm curious how is everybody's holidays coming along? Another thing about downtown Denver is that it is a pretty sprawly city, and it does take a good hour to get from one end to another end. And what I find wild about Denver is just how isolated and remote it is, because it takes 8 hours to get from Salt Lake City to anywhere in Denver, and it also does require at least 3 hours of flying, which really does blow me away with just how dense and populated the city is. But yet, it is surrounded by absolutely nothing except for mountains and prairie dogs. Oh look, oh, some really cute action figures, baseball. Oh, that's so adorable. And I also do apologize for the glare. It's definitely a really bright city out. It's definitely a really bright day today. So right here is the milk market. Let's see if there's a little holiday pop-up. Not sure why, but for the longest time, I actually thought these were cratons of actual milk, and I was wondering why on earth they'd have these giant cratons of milk sitting out there all day in the sun.
Oh, I'm on this high mountain. I'm bigger than better than anything around me.
Right, looks like that this is the mistletoe. Looks like that this is the mistletoe market. More windows this way. And this is mistletoe market bar.
It's hard work being exploited.
Hi. Hello? I absolutely love the decorations, which is why I wanted to come on down here. Oops, you can go in front of me. You can do this. Oh hey, do you mind if I say hi?
What?
Do you mind if I say hi?
To the Grinch?
Yes.
You do not just have to line.
How much does it cost for the Grinch?
Do you want me to hold the
Hi, thank you.
or do you want to hang on to it?
Hi, thank you so much.
Hold it tight so we
Definitely a really pretty area. I absolutely love the decorations, and I did go in here once for like a professional meeting. I ended up getting a bottle of red wine between me and my colleagues. Definitely some really fine wine in there. I couldn't agree more. Whisper Jet America, an absolutely gorgeous area. So this is the mistletoe market. I'm not really going to show any windows just because I don't want to get anybody on camera without their permission. Hi. Hi. I have a question. But would you mind being on camera?
Oh, you're fine.
Alright, is it okay if I film your booth?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so I'm curious, what do you sell?
I sell custom desserts and jewelry boxes that look like cakes.
Aw, these are absolutely adorable.
Thank you.
So what's the best way to order online?
You can order it through one of my cards.
Oh, that's so adorable. I absolutely love your logo.
Thank you.
So here's the QR codes. So if you scan a QR code, are you able to order?
Yeah, you can either find my website or you can find my Instagram.
I love your aesthetic.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Oh, you can look. Let me move out the way. Oh.
She has green.
Thank you so much. I'll keep your business card.
Thank you.
Alright, you have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Definitely a gorgeous area. Let's see what's down here. I'm rather curious. Oops. Not sure what about these things, but their eyes hold me and capture my attention. Absolutely gorgeous, and I just love how does I just love the artificial froth. Something about that really does feel good as an artistic individual who enjoys textiles. That is so wild, Whisper Jet, that you did Sarah O's windows and graphics. So know what? Let's circle back and see Sarah O's graphics for a close-up. How long ago did you do the graphics? After books? These are some absolutely gorgeous graphics. So let me zoom on into the vinyl. Wow, very, very recent. This is like really impressive, and this is definitely some really fine. This is some very fine leathering and all. Oh, you can go first. Alright, so let's keep on going forward, this way forward to the moon and back. So here's Blanchard's family and wines. Some holiday specials. One moment. Oops. Not sure what's going on with this gimbal, but let me reset it. Alright, unfortunately it's not letting me get situated. Ah, glue bunny. Good. I have a question about how much for a glass of wine.
We don't do the glasses here. That bar right over there, we do the glasses.
All right, thank you so much.
Uno, non avevo niente.
That just smells so good right now at the Low Dough Bakery. Low high, low dough. Absolutely hilarious. For a moment, I thought that said no liquid beyond this point. And I was like, what? You can't even bring water. I was a little confused right there. So here's some. Okay, so here it is, the iconic dairy block. All right, know it. Let's see where we can go next and see where Denver brings us. If we keep going this way, we'll be back at Union. So not. Let's circle on back to Union. Not. Let's circle on back. Not. Let's circle on back. Let's go up Blake Avenue since we have not been on Blake, and let's go back to Union Station, and then towards the ballpark to see if the ballpark has anything special. If you look very carefully at the summit, they do have a Christmas party on a balcony. So let's zoom on in and see what we can see. I do know that the summit does sell pizza because I used to work at Marquis Pizza, and they're basically sister theaters. So up there, it looks like they throw the yearly Christmas party up there. I'm not sure when, but it looks like an absolute great time. So we got ourselves some mistletoe market. Alright, looks like some empty booths right there. Hopefully the vendors do show up at some point. We do have ice cream for dogs. Hi. I have a question. Do you mind if I film your booth? Alright, so we got Oat Paws ice cream for dogs. What kind of ice cream flavors do you sell?
We sell Mega Pumpkin, Corey's Classic, Markenberry Blast, and Bison Banana Bliss.
That sounds so good right now. I do have a dog named Snow. Do you have a business card by chance?
Not today. We actually ran out, but if you scan that QR code, it'll pop our Instagram.
All right, thank you. And do you do online orders? Do you do online orders?
Yes, we do. We do it. It goes to our website as well.
That's so neat. So if you want some dog ice cream, definitely check out Oat Paws. I love your dog ice cream.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Have a blessed rest of your
You
day.
too. Oops. Do this. It looks like we got ourselves some vintage clothes over there. Absolutely gorgeous. Oops. Hopefully we can get ourselves into some shade just because of how bright the sun is blasting this screen. Alright, so 18th Avenue. Let's see if we can walk away from the sun and head down to the bus station. Alright, let's see. Know what? After we go to the bus station, let's go down to Tivoli to see what kind of Christmas shenanigans the Tivoli has going on today. Hopefully our signal does hold out because the Tivoli is a little infamous for shaky internet signals. So we are back at Melt Market. All right, let's take a right down Mozzie, and let's head on down to the bus station. You know what's really strange is I've not attended very many Rockies games. I've only attended one Rockies game my entire life, despite me living in Colorado for 25 years. I do wonder where everybody is today. Definitely very quiet downtown, especially since it's the Sunday before Christmas, and I thought that everybody would be down here running around doing their Christmas shoppings, and there'd be a lot going on. It's a little quiet, a little surprising, but you never know with life. Sometimes life brings you a loud party, other times life brings you a really quiet side street. Huckleberry coffee, anybody? Going once, going twice. So right here we can see some crochet trees. Oops, correction. Crochet umbrellas. Let's see if we can go inside of this hotel. Let's take a little quick peek around at the entrance. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. You can go first. Wow. I wonder what this is. Alright, let's take a close up at the Christmas trees. This does remind me of Halloween. Alright, no, let's go to the main area. Why not? I'm curious. Let's go to the market area, and I do get a feeling that there might be some live music down there. Some dumplings do sound so good right now, and I do love myself some pork dumplings. Okay. Looks like this is Santa meet and greet. Okay. And it looks like we can't go any farther, so let's go back out here, and let's go towards the Rocky Stadium. I didn't realize that Milk Market also had a hotel and a restaurant too. I also think that Alley is a club that you can go into during the evening. Actually, it's a barista. So let's see if you can see Alley's tonight. Let's go check out the menu. Why not? Let's see. Alright, so this is actually a store, not much going on, but they actually do. It does look like that they sell pizza or baked goods on here. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright, let's head out to the Rocky Station because Colorado's not complete without one baseball game. Oh look, so here's the signage. You're at the Dairy Block, Union's that way, Margarita Square's that way. So let's see what Margarita Square is all about. Looks like there might be something going on inside. Let's go check out Margarita Square. Then head on down to the baseball station, to the baseball stadium. Alright, here we go. Now we can go boom boom. Oops. Alright, let's balance the gimbal. Whoop. Hopefully our gimbal stays balanced. Oops. Oops. Wait. Oh, I just figured out that my gimbal has a button that I can adjust the tilt. Now that is way better. No wonder we were surfing at high noon. Yeah, hopefully we can be relaxing in the Maya High City, not surfing at high tide in Honolulu.
When they've known everything for years, and I'm just not right.
Alright, let's see if we can go and get inside. Into here, whoop, looking good so far, knock on wood. Thank you. Looks like this is where you go. This looks like this is somewhere to go, just to hang out and relax. Alright, so here's what it looks like inside. Not much going on, but let's go out to the backyard. Looks like they do have an ice skating rink, which I'm rather curious about. I've actually never been in here before, but this does remind me of the Rockefeller Center in New York City. That's the exit. Might take us a few tries to get out and about. Oops. They do have and during the summer, they do have a lot of really nice ice cold water and H2O. Because you're all H2O to yourselves, and I get a feeling this is where Santa Claus comes around. Hopefully, he comes around with some telltale gifts and anything that you all want. Yep, hopefully he has all the goods. Alright, let's do this. Alright, you can go first. Alright, here we go, and out we come, and out we come. And looks like we've got ourselves some high rises. Looks like we've got ourselves some high rises. And I do think that a baseball game is going on too. Not sure who's playing, but I do know that it's the Steelers versus Lions today. No beer here. Alright, let's see what else we can see. 2 minutes. Alright, here we go. Right here used to be the tattered cover, but it's been turned into a jewelry shop. It looks like it got turned into a jewelry shop. This used to actually be the tattered cover. Then it got turned into a toy shop. And now it's the glam bar. And right here is the famous Starbucks. The one and only Starbucks. Yeah. Looks like there's not very much going on here. And unfortunately, it does look like that the stadium is closed for the day. Actually, wait, as a correction, this is still a toy shop. I do miss when it was a tattered cover, but it's called Peekaboo Toys. Does anybody have anything that they hope to get for Christmas this year? Or does anybody have any holiday traditions? I would love to hear all about your traditions. And I'm actually rather curious, since my traditions are completely different. My family and I used to go to New Orleans, but unfortunately, it all evaporated when everybody got a lot older and had their own children. Oh hey everybody, what's up YouTube? What's up YouTube? Hey YouTube! YouTube says hey. Alright, here we go. Looks like we can do some leapfrog. Yeah, it looks like nothing's going on here, which is kind of a bust. Hi. Let's go on down to Blake Street. Actually, wait. I do think that we can get into here from the home plate entrance. Hopefully we are right. Knock on wood. I'm a little surprised that the stadium doesn't have anything going on for the holidays, as I can tell. Oh, looks like nothing's going on. And usually whenever there's something going on, all the doors are wide open and are lit. Painting with a twist. I actually did go to wait. I actually did go to painting with a twist many moons ago. I went out with me and my neighbor, and we ended up going for her whole birthday, where we painted the blue moon, because the blue moon is our favorite time of the year. And the blue moon also happened on our birthday too. Alright, let's see if we can cross over. Alright, we got the Gate B Ballpark Museum. Whoop, whoop. Let's run. Whoop. Kids, don't do this. Kids, don't try that. Don't try that at home. Yep. This is a popular post-game area. This is a popular place to go after the Rockies win. I do love looking at all them decorations. Oh, Bella and the boat and the boots. That looks relatively new. So let's walk on down to the Tivoli and see what we can see at the Christmas market instead. It's a last weekend. Let's see if they've gone big or gone home. Hopefully they gone supersized. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Now we can go boom boom. Let's go. All right, I'm actually thinking about doing this instead, where we walk towards Union Station, but we're gonna make a little quick detour on 16th Street Mall just to see what they have going on down there. I do know that 16th Street Mall is known for the Christmas decorations. And I want to thank everybody who is here right now and everybody who is watching the replay. I do realize that it's Christmas Eve, that it's Christmas week, so everybody is out and about, hustling and bustling. And I want to thank everybody who's taken some time out of their day to be here. And also, I also forgot to ask, how are you doing, Coco? How are you doing, Maria? And hey Gizmo, good to see you. I just realized that my YouTube chat was not refreshing, so I just missed a whole bunch of messages. I couldn't agree more with Jet. An absolutely wonderful day in the neighborhood. And let's take a moment to appreciate this Christmas tree right here. More like Christmas tree, just because of how the cars are reflecting into the window. Good to see you, Gizmo. Yay. I do understand that the holidays can be hit or miss. Some years there's a lot going on, other years there's absolutely nada. And for me, it's one of these years where not very much is going on for me. Just sitting around, chilling around, and seeing what happens. Right, a 3, a 2, a 1, a run. Uh-oh, we can't run. Oh, you too, Gizmo. It's always good to see you. You came just in time. Alrighty, hopefully we can cross on over soon. Thank you everybody for your patience, and here we go. Pop timing. Whoop. Yeah, for Christmas this year, I'm probably going to give out some Christmas cards for my family, and make a gingerbread house. Other than that, I don't have any plans for Christmas. Just besides making gingerbread houses, probably a gingerbread house of the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and just doing watercolor cards for family members. Size, folks, anybody going once, going twice? Who wants a giant piece of pizza with pepperoni, bologna, chicken wings, and macaroni? Whoop. Here it is, size, folks. Oh, that's great. That's a great question, Whisper Jet. Whisper Jet is asking, what is the best Christmas present that you have ever gotten in your entire life? Busting, boom, boom. And I'm also curious to hear what's your best Christmas presents too. For me, when it comes to my Christmas presents, the best Christmas present I've got was a toy slot machine, and I actually named it Kathy. It actually turned out to be a pretty late Christmas present, just because I was supposed to get Kathy on Christmas, but she didn't come until my birthday. So I named her Lucky Cherry Kathy, and that was my favorite Christmas present ever. I absolutely love that little toy slot machine. She had such a personality, and I just really enjoyed like, taking her everywhere I went. But unfortunately, she did break just because her handle broke off and wheels fell out. It was a mess. A very sad day for Kathy. That is so neat, Gizmo. What are you cooking? What are you cooking for dinner? And unfortunately, I'm not having the best apraxia day, just because of how stilted and stiff my voice sounds right now. But fortunately, I'm still enjoying this beautiful day regardless. There are some days where I actually do like how my voice sounds, and my voice has a really sing-songy tune to it. Unfortunately, it's not one of these days where my voice comes across sharp like cheddar cheese on a really bad day in a parking lot on a 97-degree summer day. That's just me being very honest about my speech. That sounds so good, Gizmo. How do you cook goulash? I definitely don't have a voice for radio. And whatever you do, don't ask me to come on radio happy hour. Alright, here we are at 16th Street Mall, and what's really strange right now, I'm not sure what it is. It's probably just a YouTube interweb glitch, but it says that I have 0 views, but I see all you chatting, which is like such a strange paradox. How can I have 0 people? How can I have 0 people watching? Where does like 5 people chatting? What a strange world we live in technologically. So here we are. Let's go down 16th Street Mall. See what we see before we wrap around to Auraria campus. That sounds so good, Gizmo. That you use ground hamburger, shell noodles, and some spicy V8 juice. That's definitely a combination I got to try. Whoops. Hey. Another thing that I really do miss is going to a bunch of Christmas parties, especially when my school would have a Polo Express holiday party. And I also just really miss the days, where I was able to go, drop in at a holiday party somewhere in New Orleans. And unfortunately, these days are long gone. I also tried going to some holiday celebrations. They kind of went so-so. Didn't meet many people, but had a good time where I could, especially with the music, and we all dressed up in Christmas sweaters. Oh, that would be great. That would be great, Gizmo. Let's go on down here, see what we can do to the left of Neverland, and then kabam, let's beeline to the Tivoli Student Union. Strange. Oh look, our one and only famous crochet tree. I do wonder who actually crocheted the tree, and who the artist is. Wow. Oops, oopsie doopsie, almost fell in to a black hole. Shigo building. Definitely a really gorgeous building from like the 1930s. Unfortunately, the place that I was thinking about going in is closed for the day. But hopefully we can come back. Hopefully we can come back another day, and definitely try out some of their food. You know what really gets me laughing about YouTube itself is there are some days where there's 100 people in here, and then there's some days where it's an absolute ghost town. You never know with YouTube, and it's Enigma. Definitely an absolutely gorgeous sight. And let's go on down to CU Denver. This is where I used to go to school. And I actually studied digital design for like a few years before graduating this spring. Oh, thanks, Gizmo. I absolutely love this area. And you know what's really strange about being on CU is it actually feels like that you're in the middle of nowhere, but yet you're in the middle of somewhere. But yet what's really strange about CU Denver is like you're in the middle. Is that you feel like that you're in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and then all of a sudden you just walk a few blocks and kabam, you're in the middle of downtown Denver.
So when the stroller flipped, she stayed like attached. So she kind of went like this, woo, and was protected by the stroller.
It was like on a roller coaster.
And you just stood there looking at us like, oh, I don't know how to help with this situation. Like,
Yeah, I was a 6-year-old. I was just like,
you were stunned. You were like, like.
You're like, oh wow, no acrobatics. Flipping.
I was a 7-year-old and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna ignore that.
All right, here we go.
Boom, boom.
I was 2 years old. How did you go to the hospital?
I took my husband, but then Daddy.
Yeah.
Hey James, it's so good to see you. Good morning from Anchorage, Alaska. 1 degree and windy here. That sounds absolutely freezing right now. It was like 17 degrees last night, and I was freezing to no end last night. Whisper Jet America is asking, have you seen any potholes decorated for Christmas? Not yet, but I'm also keeping an eye out for potholes because Denver's known for its not so iconic potholes. But you know what would be rather ironic is if Denver actually puts Christmas wreaths on the potholes. That'd make the streets a lot more festive. That's too funny. And right here, right below us, is the Cherry Creek River. It's actually been the lowest that I've seen it be in years. And if we keep walking up Cherry Creek, we will run into REI, which is actually the flagship store. And during the summer, you can actually kayak down the river, and REI decorate artificial rapids so that you can test out your new kayak. This weather right now feels like the middle of spring, and it actually feels a little bit like June, which is rather strange, given that it is almost December and there's not a flake of snow on the ground. Over there, over there, if you look towards the observation tower, that is the new Illich Gardens. Illich Gardens used to be located in Lakewood. Yeah, but it's for the little ones. But since nobody's on it, I'm just curious to see what it looks like. Gizmo, you definitely read my mind. You're the mind reader. At Illich Gardens, we play all day. I'm not sure what it is, but something about playground equipment does capture my attention. Let's see what we can see. Oopsies. Here goes the gimbal. Please keep your hands and legs inside the gimbal at all times. Oops. This actually does remind me of a rope structure that used to be at my school, and I actually got stuck in the middle of it. So like literally 3 teachers had to help get me down from there, and I was like, nope, never again. Definitely, James. Sometimes it's fun to be a kid, and sometimes it's just fun to see what kind of playground equipment is out and about. Oops. They're still getting used to the gimbal. Thank you for your patience. Aww. Whoop, go big or go home. Why not? Wonder what this is? Alright, know what? Let's go on down here, see what we can do. Alright, here we go. Whee! Oh my gosh, whoa, that was a fast run. That was definitely a fast run. Oh my gosh. That was not as bad as riding the Tower of Terror, but it sure did come close. Run, Forrest, run. We gotta run, run, run. 27 seconds and counting. Alright, looks like we're approaching Auraria campus, and we're going to head towards the Tivoli quad. Do you know that the name Tivoli actually got the name from a Copenhagen theme park called Tivoli? And the reason that the Tivoli is called the Tivoli is just because of the colorful brick it is, and the word Tivoli means is a word for red clay, and I believe a native culture, which I've forgotten the exact name of. But once I know, I'll let you all know. Oops. This right there, that says University of Colorado by the Spear sign, is actually the CM Animation and Architecture building, and I used to take classes on the 8th floor. Do you know that sometimes these e-bikes are frowned upon in California, allegedly? Not sure what happened, but people got so mad with the e-bikes that they actually threw the e-bikes into the river. And we are back. I'm not sure what just happened, but and we are back. I'm not sure what just happened, but the entire stream froze. Elsa must have gotten the best of it, but fortunately we are back. Knock on wood. I got my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna get everything shut off. Hope for the best. My phone must have been trying to connect to the campus Wi-Fi since I've used this internet before, but hopefully we're back at it. And we're back stronger than ever, allegedly. I wish there was a way to actually go inside the animation building and show you around. Unfortunately, it does require student ID, which I no longer have just because I'm no longer a student there. At some point, I definitely got to come down, show you all the skyline at night, just because I'm always blown away by the city in the evening. All right, here we go. Let's keep on going down to the holiday market. Look what we got here. I know, Gizmo. That would sucks. Oops. Not sure what's going on in this gimbal, but let's do this. Much better. Hi. James is asking, what are you doing for Christmas? And that's a really good question. For Christmas, I'm very likely just staying at home, doing some gingerbread houses with my family, and making some Christmas cards. What about you, James? I still have some rather fond memories of the London Commons buffet. They actually serve up some really tasty macaroni and cheese, since they tend to add extra cream. And I also recommend their mashed potatoes. Oops. That's so awesome, James. What kind of stuff do you put on your tree? Hi. Hi. Thank you.
No, she didn't buy it. You gotta burn off the calories. It does smell really good though.
Yes. Right now we are at the Denver Market. Yeah, definitely not a happy camper. And take as much time as you need to get your tree up. I do hope that they have just the small booths out. You 213, happy Sunday to you too. The more the merrier, James. Try to stick on as many lights and ornaments and glitter as possible. As you can see, the carousel actually uses a motorcycle engine. It's very neat seeing how a carousel works, and the PCL, which is a programmable logic controllers. Oops. Oh, that's so special, James. I have at least 10 presents for my niece. All right, it's a little crowded. You can go. All right, here you go. Here's the door for you. All right, unfortunately, that was a little crowded. I can barely hear myself in there, but hopefully there's some live music so that we can dance to some Christmas Dean Martin. And I know there's a lot of people in here. I'm also kind of keeping it a little quieter too, just so I don't interrupt the experience of other people, of other festival goers. This is definitely a really crowded festival, and I'm trying to figure out where the small booth is, because it is a small booth. We might go get ourselves a little small and a cup of hot chocolate. I know lots of people gizmo. It's a little overwhelming, but I do love seeing this nutcracker cut out. It's definitely giving me some inspiration for my own yard decor next year. Oops. Do this.
No, that was what we were saying for Dawn.
Alright, let's do this. Oops. I'm trying to lean against the side so that we can stay as out of the way as possible. Looks like we're swimming against traffic.
We're going to.
Oops. I did it again on the other side. Oopsies. Alright, I'm going. Alright, let's see what I can do. See what we can do. Oops. Alright, do you try and get through? Oops, sorry, my bad. Oops, sorry, going against the traffic flow. We might end up people watching just for 1 minute while we wait for the traffic to clear up. There it is at the Tivoli. Yep, that's a massive nutcracker. How many nuts can the nutcracker crack? Oopsies. All right. Oop. And now we can keep going forward. Much better. Beep, beep. I gave you my heart.
Practice on you.
Let's sneak out this way. And this is the giant Christmas tree that we can enter. Unfortunately, they do have the Christmas tree blocked off. I remember when this market used to be in Civic Center Park, and I find it kind of strange that they moved it to the Tivoli.
2, 3.
Hey, you gave it away. was Christmas, I gave you my heart. Alright, here we go. Let's keep on going, see what we can see. I gave you my heart. Oops, one moment. Let me buckle up my shoes. No, let's head on down 16th Street Mall and see what we can see on 16th Street Mall.
Like now to get started on live.
Right, may I please cross? Thank you. Alright, here we go. Whoop! Gotta watch where I'm jumping down. I had, but you gave it all away. Yep, definitely a very people event. And you know what's really wild is just how many people there are. I'm like always blown away by just how many people there can be, especially on the last weekend before Christmas. I couldn't even get to the Mixed Nuts booth, and I was also hoping for some small nuts. That'd be like a 50-minute wait. Unfortunately, we don't have Fast Pass or Lightning Lane. Oops.
See? Should we look at some big lights?
And then like the building. Look at all these great
The market does close at 5 p.m. on Sunday, which I believe is why it's like so busy right now. Hi, thank you. Hi, thank you. All right, so now let's walk up and down Lamina and see what we see there.
About breaking the rules. Yeah, not me. I know, I want your freedom.
Well, you know, you follow your work rules, so like.
Oh, yeah, so
Yeah, he's like, nope, whatever. Oh my god.
Hi. Oh, thank you so much, James. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and New Year's too. I'm curious, what kind of presents are you getting for your grandkids? So far, I've gotten my niece I've helped got my niece a tea set, a Cabbage Patch doll, and I'm making her some homemade Play-Doh. Aww. I cannot wait to see my niece's reaction to her Play-Doh set and to her tea set too. You too, Gil. It's so good to see you. What's up? And right now we're just walking around downtown Denver, seeing what we can see. Oh, the Rocky Mountain High to its absolute finest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Have a great time.
You too. Keep up the amazing music. Aww. I do love street performers. And one of my favorite things to do during the summer is go to Boulder, Colorado and enjoy some live music during the summer. Stevie Wonder. Do you know that Stevie Wonder ended up moving to Ghana? He went there just for a better quality of life. And the Ghanaian government did grant him citizenship within the first day. The laminal lights. Oh, that's gonna be so special, James. I can't wait to see their reaction to their wardrobes. And my mom tends to do the shopping for my niece and for everybody. You know what's kind of funny is I'm still waiting for my mom's Christmas wish list so that I can shop for her. Beep beep, here we come. Santa Claus is coming to town.
I was very drunk. I remember holding on. I don't remember if I was holding on to you or Audrey to walk to your back to the house.
I don't think it was me.
Holding Audrey.
I will definitely look for Corey May Gill. I've never heard of him before, but I'm glad. But I'm glad I can take you somewhere live tonight. That's exactly why I love streaming. Is so I can take people places, and so that I can always have a memory. Aw, Santa's out. That's exactly why I love watching streams too, is so that I can go places that I have not been. You're very welcome. Keep up the amazing music. Encore. Do you mind if I sit down here? Hey, Casino Man. Woo! Hey, Casino Man, good to see you. And I didn't know that, Gail, that the Christmas song is actually written in the summer in the desert.
You can totally take a picture, but you have to be the star. Would you be in the middle? Yeah? Definitely.
Gosh, I wish I'd have seen that for Braxton and Macy.
Holiday. You know what? Holiday. Say holiday. Yes. don't get shy now? I get shy too. What?
Absolutely gorgeous.
I never get really. Why do I get really, really good? 10.5, 32.
Aww. Sometimes when I come down with one of my friends, we always like to get a photo in the snowman. And what a beautiful Christmas tree. I can't wait to see it at night.
And you know what? When it works in my favor.
Hey, Casino Man, it's good to see you.
RJ?
Hopefully we can cross soon. And here we go. Hi. No, let's go check out Rocket Fizz. Now, Rocket Fizz is actually a candy and novelty soda store. They actually sell grass flavored soda. Yeah, same here, Gizmo. I kind of wish I knew if I could get in or not. But this does look absolutely fantastic. This reminds me of being a kid at the toy store, trying to figure out what I want for the holidays. I'm just gonna peek right in. Oops. This is so neat. Hi. It's okay if I film. Okay, I'm filming, please. On show. Thanks. I definitely love looking at the Jolly Rancher gummies. Absolutely delicious. Oh, so many plushy toys. Oh, so cute. It's me, Mario. No trespassing. And it looks like you can get cookie dough candy. I've never seen cookie dough fudge before. Yep, I'm hungry too, Gizmo. Unfortunately, we're kind of losing some signal, so we might have to step out. Oh look, and here it is. Lime soda. Cool. Bottle books. Ozark lemonade. Fanta. I'm just trying to find that. Oh look. Joy juice, and I don't see any grass soda like last time. Interesting ginger ale candy. Who's hungry? Alright, I'm unfortunately. Alright. Alright, we gotta head to the down. This is some of the vintage soda. Interesting. Red Pop. This is some of the original soda from the 60s. Yep, call the ambulance. Rio. Oops, let me go back. New York Seltzer, blueberry soda, going twice. And I'll look marshmallow cones. This is some candy that I've always wanted to try. Yep, this is mini candy stone. Let's head back out and go down 16th Street Mall. Right, unfortunately, the signal was not very good in there, so it was kind of getting a little grainy. But now we're out and about, and definitely mouth-watering, finger licking good. Yep, I'd be in there too, Gizmo. I'd be all over the Laffy Taffy section. Yep, the Candyman can. And Gail says, please forgive me. It may not be fair to tell you how to stream, but folks, thank you, Gail. That means a lot. It definitely does. It doesn't really cost much money to stream, but it does cost a lot. But it does take some time. But I actually really do enjoy spending the time out and about streaming for you all. This is actually one of my favorite things to do. Is to just walk around, stream, and get my exercise in. It's really good. It's really good exercise. Sometimes streaming does cost a little bit of money, especially if you're trying some new foods or getting a meal out. Other than that, we just walk around. Oh, thank you, Gizmo. That means a lot. Also, another thing is, if you wish, no obligation whatsoever, but I do have channel memberships, and that means that you get some really special emojis, even more behind the scenes footage, and a whole lot of cat footage too. Yep, go be like, call the ambulance. We're going to the candy shop, and let's load up the ambulance with all the candy we want. Oh, thank you, Gail. Whenever I stream or produce content, I just want to make sure that my content is free and accessible to everybody. And I run my channel like the PBS News Broadcasting Network. This way, people don't have to pay a dime for any educational content, especially when it comes to what it's like being an autistic individual and how I see and experience the world. I did update the memberships, and the lowest membership right now is 99 cents. If you're curious. Oh, look, a beehive. Oops. Looks like the bus is coming on down Main Street, USA. Oops, 16th Street Mall. Oops, one moment. Not sure why, but I just love doing stuff like this. Wish me luck. Another place that I've always wanted to check out is the Clock Tower Trampoline. That is where they have some performances. That's where they have some burlesque performances. Right here is the 16th Street Mall shuttle. If you're not in the mood to walk. All right, let's see what this is. We got Martha's Crepes. That is so wild. I thought that New York had the largest park system there was, but I was definitely very wrong. Denver has the nation's largest city park system with more than 200 city parks within the city limit. Not to mention 300 days of sunshine each year. Wow, Colfax Avenue is just over 50 miles long and is the longest continuous street in the United States. No way. And Denver is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. That is wild. DIA Denver International Airport is the nation's largest airport, 53 square miles. That is so wild. Moo cow. Whoa. This is impressive. That's right. The 13th step of the state capitol building is on the west tower. On the west tower entrance is exactly 1 mile above sea level, 500 to 280 feet. That's why we call it the Mile High City. There are 200 named peaks that can be seen from the state capitol building. Whoa. This cow does have a lot of fun facts for us today. The Denver Mint is the largest production of coins in the world and only one of 4 locations where the coins are actually produced. Colorado Avalanche's 3-time state champions, go Avalanches, woo! This is legendary. And this is the portrait cow. Looks like this cow has been around the world. I see London, I see Paris. I won't finish the rest of that sentence. All right, here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2. Uh-oh, and we got stuck again. Wait. This is definitely a party street, especially on New Year's and right now. All right, here we go. Let's keep this party going. Run, Rudolph. Yeah, we definitely got to go to the airport someday. Hopefully we can get some special filming permission so that we can film around the facility. I know that the airport's not the finest of Gimbals, but we'll see what we can do. We might just walk around the outside and not. I have an idea for the airport. We might take the train all the way from the airport to the city. This way we can do two things at the same time: downtown and the airport. Let's see what's going on with this music over here.
And now for something completely different. Megan.
Oh, that is so awesome, James, that you had 2 moose sleeping in your front yard last night. That is too funny. Moose over. It's you know what's really strange right now, Gil, is that it is actually 61 degrees, and usually it's 31 degrees in December. Know what? I have a little surprise for you all. Let's go walk up and down 6th Avenue next. Not sure why, but I just feel like checking out 6th Avenue since that is where all the good Christmas displays are, and hopefully as it starts getting dark, we can start seeing all the lights coming up. It's gonna take us a little bit to get to 6th Avenue, but once we get there, it's gonna be one heck of a treat. Oh, thanks, Gizmo. I'm glad I can be around today. That means a lot to hear. Sometimes I might be very quiet just because I have to focus on where I'm walking. Look, Brooklyn's Finest Pizza. Anybody going once, going twice? Who wants some pizza? Ross dressed for wear less. Thank you, Gizmo. There's some times where I'm literally crossing 5 lanes of traffic, and it can be a hot mess express. Yep, pizza sounds good right now, Gizmo. Especially toasty pepperoni. And you know what was really wild about this part of 16th Street Mall? It's for like 5 years. There's non-stop construction, and they're actually going to have the buses go up and down the sides of the street. But unfortunately, that fell apart, and now the buses go down the middle as originally intended. The middle was supposed to be for the pedestrians, but I think enough businesses complained about foot traffic. Oops.
Switch date.
Yep, some hot food. We definitely need some really toasty food right now. I'm in the mood for some pizza. Let there be some Christmas lights. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, that'd be great, Gizmo. I love your goulash. And even show us a way to teleport food all the way down to downtown Denver. Run as fast as you can. You know what's really strange about everything getting dark so early? It actually feels way later than it really is. So it feels like 7 p.m. when in reality it's only 2:50 p.m. Whoosh! Alright, no, let's go check out this in cave by the United Artists Theater. That's something I've always been wanting to see. Okay, we go. Hola. House of Tea, anybody? used to be native foods, but unfortunately that got shut down, and now it is Quebeca, a Mexican cuisine. This is definitely a very awesome place to walk through. I haven't been here for years. You know what's wild? Is I don't see Hot Topic anymore. Looks like Hot Topic got turned into a restaurant. Oh, wait a second, wait. Un momento. There it is, Hot Topic. The one and only Hot Topic. This is so beautiful. I do wonder if there's any live music here. Hopefully there is. What an interesting area. And what I just noticed is that this is Yellowstone National Park with all the geysers. So let's take a closer look at the geysers. I think this is what this street's supposed to represent. And right here is the steam geysers. Free event today. Unfortunately, we completely missed a free event. But here's some steam instead. Oh, I'm so glad to hear Gizmo. I'm enjoying this too. I enjoy being out here. I just enjoy seeing what I see through a fresh perspective. That is so wild, James. Fun fact, Antrox has city parks that have bagels in some cities. Our parks have moose and bears. That does top Colorado right there. And I think that, and isn't one of your parks bagels in Central City Park, which is 5 miles of a city park in the middle of Manhattan. I just noticed that too, Gizmo. Took me a few times to guess. Happy holidays from Maggie's. I'm going to see if we can get ourselves a complimentary cup of water from somewhere. Not sure where, but we can see if we can get some water. Either from Starbucks or from 7-Eleven. Yeah, oh, that really sucks, Gail. It really sucks whenever people are stomping around and making a bunch of excessive noise. Yes. Cup of water. Italian style. Anybody going to try who's hungry? I once got a cup of soup thinking that it would be an entire bowl of soup, and lo and behold, I got only 1 drop of soup, which I actually still laugh about to this day. But other than that, Maggie's is an absolutely fantastic pasta place. Let's see what this is. Whoa. This has to be at least 160 feet. Half the height of the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Let's do this. Let's go see. Whoa. Well, Aspen Forest, intended for ages 6 to 12, maximum height. Right, oh, oops, you can go first. You can actually climb up into here. I'm going to try climbing into, seeing how far I can climb into there after he gets down. That's good to know. That's really good to know. Oh, Gizmo. That's too silly. Let's see what this is. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with these bikes. Wow. Alright, know what? Let's try riding a bike instead. Alright, the seat's broken, but oh, it just looks like this bike. Thanks, looks like this bike got broken. But let's give it a try. Hang tight, everybody. We're going for a bike ride. I always love seeing interactive artwork. Alright, so we get bike fast enough. Oh my gosh. Let's try it again. Bike nowhere. Interesting. Christmas bikes. Alrighty, not. Let's even climb into this tree. I won't go all the way up just because of the height, but I like to see what it looks like in the inside. I'm like always a little curious. See what we can get ourselves into. Oops. Yeah, this is definitely not intended. This is definitely intended for a smaller audience. But this is what it looks like if you're able to go all the way up into there. Wow. I can't ever get enough of interactive city art. And this is definitely a very different perspective. And this is how it looks. This is just for scale. Alright. Alrighty, let's keep on going. What a ride. What a rush. If I can get down, hang tight, everybody. Whoop. I don't have the best vestibular system, and I wonder what the speaker grill does. Hello, hey Siri, hello. Hello, anybody home? Spear nests. These birds do build spear nests, and I'm known for the song. I kind of think what happens is that you have to go upstairs, push a button, and then when you push a button, it'll come on out of there. That was so neat. No one home tonight. Hello, nobody home? All right, let's see what's going on at Capitol and in Civic Center by the courthouse. Yep, Doctor Who Simon. The doctor is in right now. Doctor Who, Doctor Who. It's the doctor. Looked both ways, and we're in the clear. We're definitely coming by for the Brown Palace at some point. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. And there's no place like home. Oops, let me do this. Duck Goose. Uh-oh, here's a bus. Ding ding, the bus is home. Boop. That was a close call right there. And here we go. Let's go and see what's going on with this play structure. Here you go, Gail. Somewhere over the rainbow, there's a bunch of lemon drops. I know, Gizmo, we got a really close call. But let's see what this is. Somewhere high above the lemon sky, where the bluebirds sing that song, somewhere over the rainbow. Yep, 16th Street in Grasslands. Recommend for kids 2 to 12. There you go, Gizmo and Gil. Let's see if it actually makes music. Since I saw some music notes. This is when I wish I had 360 vision, and I could show you everything. Looks like you can make music.
You're gonna figure it out.
Thank you, I shall figure it out. Oops. Wow. Hello, Quadzu, good to see you. You're just in time for musical grass. Interesting. Music with Simon. Mike singing with Simon. How are things going in Seattle? Right now we are on the way. Right now we're headed towards the Capitol and Civic Central Station. Hopefully they do light the buildings up pretty soon. Oh no, I've been qualified. Hey Cynthia, it's so good to see you and happy holidays to you. How you been doing? I'm glad to hear, Cynthia. Any holiday plans?
drone is dangerous, bro.
I'm glad that you're able to stay. I'm glad that you're able to stay home, Cynthia. Where did you end up traveling to? Sweet. That's gonna be a great time, Quad. Where are you gonna be doing a 7-hole or 9-hole course? I totally understand, Cynthia. I used to go to New Orleans for Christmas, but I'm staying home this year. Last year, I ended up going to not Disney World, but to New York City and Atlantic City. That's when I met Ross as well. Had an absolute blast, and from the looks of it, unfortunately the courthouse or the Capitol is not lit up for Christmas yet, and there's no display this year. They usually had this really massive display that you can see from here, but nada. Alright, no display, no Christmas, nada. Hopefully when I come back next time, we can see it all lit up in red and green. Perfect timing. Here we go. Yeah, I can imagine, Quad. There's no frosted snow where I am either. Hasn't been a drop of snow for weeks. Alright, here we go. Let's walk up to the Capitol. Yep, the Golden Dome with an icon. I kind of think that the dome got its golden color from the Colorado Golden Sunshine or the Gold Rush. Another really strange thing about that Capitol is like its discrepancy. Everything used to have this really gray limestone color palette to it, but then they redid the dome portion, which I'll show you through the tree, which is kind of hard to see, I noticed, since we're going through some trees. And that dome portion has been completely redone. Alright, so let's take a vote, everybody. Do you want me to keep going straight down Colfax Avenue, or take a left down 6th Avenue? What would you like to see tonight? Colfax Avenue, the longest street in the country, or 6th Avenue? If you do 6th Avenue, we'll see all sorts of Christmas decorations. Colfax, you just see a lot of it. You just get to see more of what downtown looks like. And if you look very closely at that Capitol, the base of the Capitol is a light gray, where the dome portion is a blue. Yep, tangents are us. Gizmo says to do number 6. We do lucky number 6, and that means we're going to take a right on Pennsylvania and go down 6th Avenue. Looks like the coast is clear, and we're in the clear. Definitely an absolutely beautiful building. You're very welcome, Gizmo. Definitely an uphill battle from here. They used to have all sorts of reefs and decorations on the Capitol, and that's why I'm a little surprised. Yeah, definitely does take a lot of stamina to walk around the city, just because of how hilly it is. And it's definitely not Walt Disney World either. Oh no, I've been caught. Oh, what you doing? Shh. Don't tell nobody. The librarian is here. It's official. Yeah, it definitely does take a lot of stamina to breathe and to walk around here. And it's definitely a really thin area, being 5,000 feet up above the sea level. And this is where the state capitol is situated. Alright, gotta take a few deep breaths. Oof. Lots of walking. It's one of the biggest capitals in it's one of the biggest capitals in the state, or in the nearby states. What I find really wild is how the Denver Capitol and courthouse is situated. It's one of the very few places where the Capitol and all the central action takes place in exactly one district. In some states, the Capitol and courthouse are 2 hours apart. And I don't mean by walking, I mean by driving. Alright, let me get you all out of this glare, this hot mess express. I hope we're going down the right street. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see where we can get a drink to keep this party going, to keep this party grooving. Let's just get our bearings real quick. Alright, perfect. H2O would be absolutely fantastic right now. Yeah, it's definitely really dry right now. It does not have any precipitation whatsoever. So you definitely get dried out really easy. And matter of fact, I'm a little sweaty right now. Yep, somebody did say drink. Simon says, everybody get your favorite drink. Right now, my go-to drink would be some water. Next time I come out here, I'm actually bringing a water bottle with some Gatorade inside, just to keep me going. Alright, here we go. Looks like the coast is clear. One-way street. Whoop. Yep, good idea. Unfortunately for me, I do have a pretty big winter jacket on, which I'll show you right now. Alright, get it. Alright, so here's what I'm wearing right now is a ginormous winter jacket. It has my battery packs in it, and it has all my charger cables, and the sleeves don't roll up very easily. But fortunately, we do have some really nice views. That's the fortunate thing. And another fortunate thing is it's actually starting to cool off a smidge just because it's sunset. Thanks. I think I found it in the lost and found pile. Actually, not the lost and found pile, but the unclaimed lost and found pile. Or I either found it at the Goodwill, I can't remember which. Yep, let's cool off in the shade. Samuel Quad Zoo can never have enough pockets, especially when you're out and about all day long. Hi. Alright, we're at 13th Avenue. We're making some progress. Right. And right down here is the Denver Art Museum. Right. Boop, boop. Behind me is a number 6 bus. That's sometimes the bus I take to get around the city. Denver Art Museum. I will see if I can film in the Denver Art Museum so that we can have a day in the museum. Couldn't agree. I do love when the auto buttons light up. We're at 12th Avenue, 6 blocks away from 6th Avenue. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Has anybody ever been inside of the Denver Art Museum? If so, let me know. This is some rather interesting artwork. I wonder what this is. It's definitely a state of Colorado building. Hey, Casino Slot Couple, how are you doing? I saw that you got a full screen on Zeus. And congratulations on that full screen too. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, ignition. Boop. And here we go. I definitely is Casino Slot Couple. I have never seen Zeus fill up like that, especially with the second chance lightning bonus. Did you have any luck with any other machines? Casino Slot Couple is asking, where's all the people? I am wondering the same thing too. Been an absolute ghost town today. Saw some live music. And I thought that the streets would be packed bumper to bumper, like Central Park, like Central Park Station, or like Manhattan. But it's been an absolute ghost town this year for retail. Same here, Quad Zoo. Especially since you can get up to 4 times multiplier, and if you're lucky, you can get to 7 times multiplier in the OBS. For rent, anybody? Going once, going twice? Who's renting to who? And right ahead of us is one of the original brownstone palace houses. This is one of the original houses that was in Denver, and it used to be surrounded by farmland. Do love seeing the OGs. Hi. Now I used to think it's offices or apartments just based off the parking lot. And you know what's really interesting about this historical district is that every newer building must be built to architecturally resemble the older buildings, just so it's like thematically accurate. Yep, red brick houses. And also, do you know, in Louisiana, I forgot the exact technical term of them, but I think they're called Darwini houses, just because of how everything's stacked on top of each other, so that the breeze can go from the front door out the back door, just because there was no air conditioning. All right, so we're at the pivot. Do you want to go down 11th Avenue and go through Cheeseman Park, or do you want to keep going straight all the way down 6th Avenue? Alright, put a 1 in the chat for 10th Avenue, put a 2 in the chat for 6th Avenue. Alright, looks like we got a lucky number 6 first, so we keep going straight down to Neverland, aka 6th Avenue. And sometimes it feels like that you might need a canoe to get down to 6th Avenue. Yep, you mean 32nd and you mean Miracle on 38th Street? That'd be a miracle to be in New York City right now. If only we had a walking teleportation machine. Uh-oh, and we just walked right into a tree. Oops. Boop. You're very welcome. Gizmo Casino Stock Couple says 6th Avenue. Quad Zoo says miracle on 38th Street. That'd definitely be a miracle. If we close our eyes, tap 2-3 times, and end up in NYC. Yep. Buck. Oof. Who let the dogs out? Yep. That is so amazing, that's so amazing, Gil. That the Powerball is at $1.6 billion, and Gil says to be playing some Powerball. You know what? If I feel very lucky on Monday, I'm gonna be throwing in at least one ticket, see what I can get. Oh, thank you, Quad Zoo. That'd be absolutely amazing. And you know what? If I do win the Powerball with all of you in the chat right now, we'll definitely all go and do something very special together. I would love to take you either to Vegas or to Hawaii, depending on what we can do. If I do win the Powerball. Heck yeah, let's all dream and manifest ourselves a group trip to Hawaii, most likely Honolulu. Yep, to Cabo Hotel. Yeah, pinky promise to you, Quad Zoo. Pinky promise to everybody. Cheers. Alright, here we go. We can go boom boom. That's a good question, Casino Slot Couple. Right now it is 59 degrees and dropping, allegedly. It could be 72 degrees on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Gonna be one of the hottest Christmases on record. Some bad news is I did forget my snack bars. So wish me luck. Right now, I would love to get teleported some energy. So let's all teleport some energy, and so we can keep on going. Oof, that's rough, Casino Slot Couple. 79 degrees and counting. That's definitely some roasty toasty action over there. Hey Robert, good to see you. Long time no see. Right now we're just walking around the outskirts of Denver, Colorado, seeing what we can see. And right now we are on Grant Street. Yep, I thank you, Kwadu, for all this energy. I definitely need all the energy of an Energizer Bunny right about now. This is what happens when you are hustling and bustling. You completely forget not one, but all your snack bars and all your energy packs. Thank you, Kwadu, for popping over this energy. And thank you, Robert, for the reminder. If you have not already, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button to keep the party going and to let people know that we are here for a good time. Let there be energy. Woo! I feel energized. Let's keep going. Energy alert. All right, 9th Avenue, 3 more blocks to go down to the mighty 6th Avenue. Definitely, as Robert, I'm taken by surprise by just how lovely this December weather's been. Knock on wood. Actually, no, let's knock on some iron real quick. Knock, knock, knock. Denver Justice High School. I have seen that bus around a few times since I was 16. Welcome back, West Project America. How are you doing? And I hope your mom is doing well. Thank you, Kwadu. I do got some Italian. It's kind of hard to walk and show and tell, but I do got myself some Italian leather shoes. Not sure where, but they just magically showed up. They just magically showed up in my life, like most things do. Oof, that really sucks, Kwadu. What kind of shoes do you wear? And also another thing is that I learned from walking to and from Walgreens for 2 miles a day is to put newspaper bags in your shoes. This way your feet won't get that wet. Oh, that is so true, Robert. Absolutely love Casino Slot Couples Live, and they're definitely on heater today. All right, 8th Avenue. Let's keep going. Mama is asking how toasty is it right now. It's actually 69 degrees and dropping right now. It was at 71 degrees. Correction, it's at 59 degrees and dropping. At its peak today, it was at 61 degrees. Quadzu's asking where is everybody again. Looks like we might be in Twilight Zone, just because of how quiet the city's been. And what's really wild is in the last few years, the city used to be non-stop bustling and hustling, but not to see absolute radio silence. Looks like everybody is in Centennial or at the Red Rock Shopping Center. Oh, that's so special casino slot couple. Yep, looks like it's Lions versus Steelers. Do you know who's ahead right now? Who dat nation? Woo! Silver and black. All right, gold and black. Let's go, Steelers nation. Who's the owners? Looks like Robert won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Aw, dear Luca laughing. Oh my gosh. Dear Luca, here's some delicious noodles. That sign did catch me off guard. Pasta bum bum bum, I'm loving it. And it looks like this place is not open quite yet, but this is some mall art. Coffee with a side of cream and sugar. Let's see what this place is. Hi, Satya. Hi. Let's ask. Hi, I have a question. All right, one moment. All right, here we go. We're going to see if we can get ourselves some water. Hi. I have a question, but how much for a cup of water? You don't?
Just to go?
Yes, please.
I can get you one.
That'd be great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, anything else?
I'm good, but thanks. I'm actually live streaming right now, so I didn't want to show anybody unless they said yes.
No, thank you.
Okay, may I please have some water?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get ourselves some nice toasted water. And here is the menu and happy hour times. Coffee and cocktails. Hendrix. Whoop. Alrighty. Let's see if we can leave a tip. Let's see. Hopefully we can. I unfortunately forgot my cash today, but I do have my card today. So let's see if we can leave a tip. Oops, my bad. I'm just looking at the menu. All right. Thank you. I know it's kind of a strange question, but do you accept card tips?
Yeah, but you don't have to do that.
All right, thank you. Just want to make sure.
No problem. Have a wonderful
All right,
night.
you too. All righty, let's see what we can do. Right there is Trader Joe's, and let's keep on going down. Absolutely huge shout out, and I don't give an absolute shout out for Tatia for a cup of water. Boop. Thank you, Quadzu. I think that's a really good point to always make sure to offer and see if you accept. If you do accept, I usually get them like anywhere between $5 to $10, depending on like the size of the meal and the bill itself. I tend to tip at 20%. Let's do that Grispo Jet, and it looks like we might need to charge up our phone. All right, one moment, everybody. Let's get situated. All right, here we go. Boop. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Oh, that's so special, Quadzu. And let's definitely eat that someday. Oops. Come on, where's the battery? Where's the charger? I'm a hot mess express trying to figure out where did I put everything. Thank you everybody for your patience. Oops, wrong button. I actually might need to get a second battery. This way I can charge my phone and my gimbal simultaneously. And I won't be as much of a hot mess express. Thank you everybody. Oof. This is a mess. Alrighty. Alright, here we go. Battery's on. Oops. Alright, come on, charge, baby, charge. Yes. Alright, here we go. Battery in. Here we go. Whoop. And now we are ready to get back onto our adventure. Oh, that is so sweet. Casino Slot Couple. Robert is an absolutely fantastic mod. And I've seen him moderate before. Absolutely fantastic. Does an amazing job keeping the party going and all. And here we go. We're back at it. Oops. Wrong button again. Thank you for your patience. Way better. Come on, gimbal. Don't let me down. Rapunzel, let down your hair. Alright, one moment. Got to bundle up the cable again. Got some runaway cable going on. Oops. And there we go, whoop. Much better, nice and tight. I finally upgraded and got a gimbal. Absolutely huge thank you for whoever gifted the gimbal. And it's actually really beautiful, nice quality DJI gimbal, which really does go such a long ways. Really mean the absolute world. Oh, you're very welcome, Robert. Right now, I feel like a space shuttle astronaut on a long tether. Alright, make it rain, Casino Slot Couple, and we'll see you around. Safe travels, and hopefully you get very lucky at the store today too. Yep, Kardzu. That's the magic of the gimbal. Nice smooth videos, jumping up and down, saying hallelujah. And here we are at 6th Avenue. Boop, down we go. Right. Oops, wrong button. Oops, let's try something. I actually walked all the way out here a few times to go get something to eat. It's definitely a mighty long ways. And definitely let's go get our nails done at some point. If I had my little tripod stand, we'll definitely go in there and get my nails done. Let's see if anybody needs a tone. Or we can get to go ahead. I know what? Let's get to go ahead. Nice and green. This definitely does keep me in some really good shape, especially with all that walking around. It's no joke walking around Colorado. One moment, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Just try and get everything situated. Oops, not sure what it's doing. I didn't realize that right-hand tones were legal in Pennsylvania. Actually, in Seattle. Sometimes when I'm walking, I can walk up to 5 miles. I can walk up to 5 miles within a day. Alright, here we go. Oops. Thanks. Alright, let's see if we can cross over. There's some pretty interesting shops coming on up. Yep, I just noticed that too, Quad Zoo. Sometimes you're just ready to go, ready to get rolling, and everybody up in front of you is just sitting there for hours, but it feels like eternity. Sweet. I'm curious what kind of scooter do you use, Quad Zoo? Oopsies, almost fell down like Humpty Dumpty. That would have been a little painful right there. Yes. Right. Hi.
Merry Christmas.
You too, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you. Happy holidays.
You too, Happy Holidays.
You want to see something cool? Looky, film it.
What is it?
Film.
Where? Can I see? Oh my god, wow, that's so neat. Can you do it again? Wow, awesome. You too, Merry Christmas. Nice to meet you. That was so cool. Yep, helmet and drink gods. Not sure what's going on here. Yep, definitely wear a helmet and drink gods, especially if you don't want to go flying off. All your holiday help wasn't anybody. The wine cellar. And do you know that the Odyssey is one of the classic restaurants in Denver? I have not been there, but I know that they're known for their oysters and seafood pasta. Yep, you don't want to go flying off. Yeah, more food talking, the more better. Here's Amsterdam's iconic pizza. They're known for the red sauce. I've been there at least once, and I do love the oyster bar. Yep, the more food, the merrier. Can't go wrong with all the food talk. Yeah, buy me a truck. You ask and you shall receive. We shall all buy quadzos and trucks that go boom boom. Yep, what color truck would you like? Hi. Right here is one of my favorite taco spots. I do like getting the lime carnita tacos. I'm Maria's Cantina. I shall surprise you quadzoo with a giant purple sparkly truck and with a side of semi trucks. I won't get you a green truck. I'll definitely be getting you a purple truck when I hit that Powerball. Yep, you asking we shall try to receive. Just gotta put our thoughts out there into the universe and manifest. Oh, little pink car. That's a dream car right there. That's not a dream, correction, a dream car color. That's the kind of color I would like my car to be, is that pastel pink. And of course make it really glittery and sparkly too. I wonder what happened to that pet food supply spot. I noticed used to be a hairdresser. And I unfortunately never got to visit that spot. And somewhere around here, somebody sells homemade honey. Oh, that plant shop looks like it's closed for the night. I think that somebody sells some homemade honey. Can't remember where exactly, but somewhere around here. I got like a few packs of honey for $20 before. And they're actually putting out an entire bee's nest when they're selling the honey. Yep, they're definitely really neat. And I've actually got to go to a honey harvest once. We were supposed to go again this year, but the beehives did get stolen. So they're trying to reestablish the beehives. Yep, blue skies. Alright. I'll be right back. One moment, gotta check for something. And we are back. blue skies and honey go together like 2 plus 2. Interesting. Honey, honey, yummy, yummy in my tummy, just like Winnie the Pooh. Yep, can't get same here, Gizmo. I do love my honey for my honeycombs, and I absolutely love to taste the fresh honey, even if there's a part of a bee in there. Long story short, I used to try to connect my iPad to the VCA internet. Not sure why, but I thought that if I got my iPad connected to the internet, something magical would happen. That was me when I was like 11 years old. We would always go by this place, going home from school. Whoa, what was that? I didn't know that you used to work at Safeway in the 70s. How is it working in Safeway? Wow, that's so wild. I didn't know that you would have your own key tombstone. I've never been to Tiki Grill before. This used to be an arcade bar where you'd be able to go in and play some arcade machines like Pac-Man and Joust, just like the run-up arcade on Colfax. This right here is the Denver Film School. It used to be a VCR sales place where they would sell you a bunch of VCRs and films. And right here is the Esquire. Used to be a pretty well-known theater, but unfortunately it closed in 2023. I do miss the window displays, and I also miss it smelling like popcorn whenever you walk by. Long live the Esquire. Reminds me of 1920s Hollywood. Oh, thank you, Quad Zoo. I'm glad I can tell you all. I'm glad I can tell you all around downtown Denver and some of this inside and some of the side streets. Right there is Buzz. Right there is Buzz Coffee. And do you know that Buzz Coffee used to be painted yellow and black, but then yellow and red. But then they repainted the entire coffee shop to white in red. I actually thought about getting my eyebrows waxed years ago. Never came to fruition. Yep, so many things have definitely changed. And right here is a salon that I might end up going to at some point. It's wild. And you know what's really wild? Is just how much the city has changed. How much the city has changed since I was 10 years old. Out here, it used to be pretty run down, and now they've really polished up everything. Eyeball wax, 30 cents off. Anybody going once, going twice, who wants the eyeballs waxed? And now we're getting ready for an uphill battle as we approach the uphill incline. You better not pout, you better not whine, otherwise Little is coming to town. I do miss the fuzz. Oh, it looks like they went out of business. I do miss the fuzz light sprays. They used to have the entire exterior covered in purple and green lights. Unfortunately, they've not been out there for quite some time. But I really hope the lights do come back at some point. Same here, and what's really wild is I used to call pho my entire life, like thinking it was like pho, like foul. But then somebody was like, by the way, it's pho, not foul. And I'm like, oh. So much for the acronym. Actually, not acronym. So much for the onomatopoeia. Yep, it did, Gizmo. Right, you can go by first. It's definitely sad seeing how most of the businesses closed down downtown. And you know what's really wild about downtown is that downtown Denver used to be an absolute desolate ghost town where there was absolutely nothing going on, and that's when the auto moved in. But yet when the artists moved in, downtown suddenly became a vibrant place to be, which pushed out the And you know what's wild? Is that downtown suddenly became that place to be. Then all the artists ended up moving to Santa Fe Art District, and now Santa Fe Art District is turning into the place that you want to be. And guess what the artists are moving to now? Aurora and Lakewood. Aurora and Lakewood are going to be the next art districts. Yep, same here, Gizmo. I was really shocked too. I was like, whoa, what the heck's going on? Something must be so serious. Because in Las Vegas, there was people trying to figure out how to actually close down places that were not meant to be closed down. So they literally spent like days like boarding up the entire entrance of open air casinos. I also do ways that we might be losing some signal. So if the stream does cut out, hopefully we can keep on trucking. When the signal does cut out, I would have to go, unfortunately. But I'm just really hoping that this dream magic is on our side tonight. Yep, come to Houston. I shall come to Houston at some point. I know, Quad Zoo, we're definitely in the dead zone right now, so here we go. Well, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. I know we had one heck of a time, and I do raise that we're going into a really terrible dead zone right now. With that being said, I'll be signing off for tonight, and we'll see you in the next video, see you in the next live stream. And if you have not already, be sure to smash the thumbs up button. Thank you, Gizmo. Thank you, Quad Zoo. Thank you, Robert, Casino Star Couple. You all have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Whisperjet. All of you here tonight. So see you around next time. See you around. Bye.